breastfed and most of my conversations with men seem to revolve around music. I'm no musician, but the pain has been instrumental. Her stomach, bloated with indigo silence, she birthed a nation of loud motherfuckers that set fire to her womb as they exited and called it the sun. The father of sweat, the father of rains, out of heat comes humidity, out of fire comes water, and out of the sun's fire water came the plants and trees that called her name in the darkness as she stares one-eyed and raises the tide in an attempt to kiss the blood of her burning womb. This is my blood which is shed for you motherfuckers of undeserving. Cyclops that she is, she still gives, even though we label her followers lunar. Ticks, tops, ticks. The working day is over and we rest our perceptions under the indigo silence as she emits as she stares into our mind's eye, deciphering the universe in our dreams when we dream of burning crosses and Salem witches, star-crossed bitches and moon kisses that caress our subconscious like motherly hums and play our soul strings acoustic to awaken to the flames of her burning womb, engulfed in the vaginal volcanoes of velvet illusions, daylight delusions, dear God confusion. These motherfuckers are too loud and I can't hear myself in the wind as I sing tornadoes to my children and hum hurricanes under my breath. I'm being beckoned by the bastards of another day. Is nothing consecrated in love anymore? My love children of this generation die labeled lunar ticks, tops, ticks. The working day is over, and I'm full with the indigo pains of a blood-stained womb as I stare one-eyed and raise the tide in an attempt to kiss the blood of my burning womb. This is my blood which is shed for you motherfuckers are undeserving. Forcibly penetrating my indigo silence in the name of the Father and the Son. I stand on the corner of the block slinging amethyst rocks. Drinking 20s of Mother Earth's private jet to stop dodging cops. Despite hoping the 666 and I need to picture that purple rain. Type of shit that drives memories insane. Oh yeah, I'm in the fast lane, snorting candy yams that free my body and soul and send me like Shazam. Never question who I am, God knows. And I know God personally. In fact, he lets me call him me. I be one with rain and stars and things. With dancing feet and watermelon rings. I bring the sunshine and the moon and the wind blows my tune. Meanwhile I spoon powdered drum beats in the plastic bags. Selling kilos of kente skag. Taking drags over collars and cornbread, freebasing through saxophones and flutes like mad. The high notes make me space float. I be excelling in rings that circle Saturn, leaving stains in my veins and astrological patterns. Yeah, I'm serious, B. Doggone niggas plotting shit lovely, but the feds is also proud of me. They're trying to imprison my astrology, put my stars behind bars, my stars in stripes, written blood splattered, battered as nationalist kites, but I control the wind. That's why they call it the hawk. I'm Horus, son of Isis, son of Osiris, virtuous Jesus, resurrected like Lazarus. You can call me lazy, yeah, I'm lazy because I'd rather sit and build than work and plow a field, worshiping a daily yield of cash green crops. Your evolution stopped the evolution of your technology, a society of automatic tellers and money machines. Nigga, what? My culture is lima beans and tamarines. Dreams real, dreams manifest, not consistent with rationale. I dance for no reason, for reason you can't dance, calling me an activist of intellectualized circumstance. You can't learn my steps until you unlearn your thoughts. Spirit soul can't be store-bought. Fuck thought, leads to naught, simply stated, leads to you trying to figure me out. Your intellect is figuring your soul, your being's not whole. Check your flagpole, stars and stripes. Your astrology's imprisoned by your concept of wider self, but your plan for spiritual health. Calling reality unreal, your line of thought is tangled. The stars spangled, got your soul mangled. Your being's angled, forbidding you to be real and feel. You can't find truth in a White House on a hill or an axe or a drill and factories or plants made of steel. Stealing us was the smartest thing you ever did. Too bad you don't teach the truth to your kids. My influence on you's reflection you see when you look into your menstrual mirror and talk about your culture. Your existence is that of a schizophrenic vulture who thinks he has enough life in him to prey on the dead, not knowing that the dead ain't dead, and they ain't got enough spirituality to know how to pray. Yeah, there's no repentance, you're bound to live an infinite, consecutive, executive life sentence. So while you're out busy serving time, I'll be in sync with the moon while you run from the sun. Life of the womb reflected by guns. Worship of moons, I am the sun, and I am public enemy number one. One. We out on the block, hustling culture, slinging amethyst rocks. I'm falling up flights of stairs. Scraping myself on the sidewalk, jumping from rivers to bridges. Drowning in pure air, hip-hop is lying on the side of the road, half dead to itself, blood scrawled over its mangled flesh like jazz, stuffed in oversized record bag, tuber lips swollen beyond recognition, diamond-studded teeth strewn like Christ at Karma's wedding, bringer of all bad news, minister of information wrote the wrong proclamation, now everyone's singing the wrong song, dissonant chords find necks like nooses, that nigga kicked the chair from under my feet, Harlem shaking from a roll but still on beat, damn that loop is tight, nigga found a way to sample the way the truth, the light, can't wait to play myself at the party tonight. Niggas are gonna die. Cop car swerves to the side of the road. Hip-hop takes its last breath. The cop scrawls vernacular manslaughter onto a yellow pad. The balls of paper to his hand, deciding he'd rather freestyle. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to remain silent. And maybe you should have, before your bullshit manifested. Acid-washed guests with the leather patches, sporting the white Diodoras with the hoodie that matches. I'm wearing 2 swatches and a small Gucci pouch. I could have worn the Louis, but I left it in the house now. My niggas do surveying, got no place with their name, with the skyline on it, with the bottling chain. I'm wearing my frames and match I gave at they tent, and you know Lagerfeld is a scent. Now, my nigga Raphael just got the Jeep out the shop, mint green sidekick, custom-made rag top. Strictly Business is the album that we play. You're a customer, the pick of the day. Now there's this nigga on the block, never seen him before, selling incense and oils, romantic daddy's the law. Why on earth would this be on their agenda as he slowly approaches the window? I've seen it before, I've been here and more. I was the one bearing the pitcher of water. I rent the large upper room, furnished with tidings of your doom or pleasure, whichever feathers decree your Ralph. Is he talking to me? No, I'm talking to the sea suns resurrected. I'm the solstice of the day. I bring news from the blues of the Caspian. My man laughs, one of them crazy motherfuckers. Turn the music back up, cause I'm the E double weight. But I know the volume of the sea and sound waves as I will. Will you allow me to be at your service? My man Ralph is nervous, he believes his strange tongue deceives, or maybe he's been informed that he's pushing gas hidden in the back, think the floor match comes out here time for your bullshit a plan, Aslam is something or another. Wait, isn't Juanita your mother? I told you, I know you. Now grant me a moment. At the gates of Atlantis we stand. Ours is the blood that flowed from the hands of his hands on the plow till I'm now moon cycles revisited, womb fruit of the sun, full moon of occasion, wave the wolves where they run, and we run towards the light, casting love on the wind. This is a sign to the aroma of sleeping women. Lost in his eyes, they soon reflect, my friends are grinning, but I'm a pupil of his sight, the wheels are spinning. You all see old lady tonight. In the beginning, her tears were the long-awaited rains of a part Somali village. Red-dusted children danced shadows in the newfound mounds of mascara that eclipsed her face, reflecting the smog glass of Carlo's East Street bodega. Learning to love, she had forgotten the cries, seldom hearing the distant thunder in her lover's ambivalent sighs. He was not honest, she was not sure. A great-grandmother had sacrificed her family's clarity for gold in the late 1800s. Nonetheless, she allowed him to mispronounce her name, which had eventually led her misinterpreting her own dreams, and later doubting them. But the night was young. She, the firstborn daughter of water, faced darkness and smiled, took mystery as her lover and raised light as her child. Man, that shit was wild. You should have seen how they ran. She woke up in the alley with a gun in her hand, Tupac in lotus form, innocent blood on his hands. She woke up on a vessel, the land behind her, the sun within her, water beneath her, mush corn for dinner, or was it breakfast? Her stomach turned as if a compass. She prayed east and lay there breathless. They threw her overboard.